A wise woman once said, "The greatest discovery of all time is that a person can change their future by simply changing their attitude." We ain't even know how true that was, but look at us. Healing, mending relationships, making better choices. Actually being happy, man. It almost makes you forget that it ain't always used to be like this.
And tonight, 2 suspects are in custody in connection with yesterday's 3rd homicide. An 18-year-old and 15-year-old, both charged tonight with capital murder in a botched armed robbery of a 27-year-old mother. Channel 7's Matt Mershon is digging deeper into the issue of teens and violent crime. Matt.
Well, it's scary. I did almost the exact same story nearly a year ago to the day. The story back then involved Tyveen Davis, a 16-year-old at the time charged with capital murder and another botched armed robbery. He's still awaiting trial, but several other teens also joining him in jail tonight on similar charges just within the last month. Just a year ago, we interviewed 6th Judicial Prosecuting Attorney Larry Jegley about teens and violent crime. 1 year later, it's the same story. What's changed in the last year?
Nothing.
Nothing.
Let me show you. Let me show you. Let me show you. Let me show you. Let me show you.
Great. So y'all know that we are here at Brandon House. We're working on a documentary called The Other Side of Town. Y'all know that?
Right.
Right. So do y'all know what The Other Side of Town is about?
Yep. People. Yeah.
Give me something. What is it about?
People who are just like they've been in gangs and now they don't want to be in gangs, so they're trying to find their way out.
Okay. That's really good. Anybody else? Okay, so she basically kind of summed up a little portion of what it's about. Go ahead.
People who used to be thugs but aren't into that stuff anymore.
Right, okay. So people who live like a bad lifestyle, but they're trying to find like the lighter side of things. So you know the other documentary here in Little Rock is called Gangbanging in Little Rock. And so this documentary is just gonna show the upside of things. Gangbanging was kind of showing the negative side of what we got going on. And the other side of town is going to highlight the good stuff. And y'all know we got some good stuff happening, right? I mean, you're a part of it. You're here today on Saturday, a part of something that's good that's happening in Little Rock, right?
Right.
Okay, so your assignment, we're about to do a little improvisation. Do y'all know what improv is?
Yes.
Okay, so the first part is close your eyes. Let everybody do that. All right. You're gangbanger. You are a gangbanger now. You're no longer yourself. You got that in your head? You got it? Okay, so you're a gangbanger in your mind, and you're doing things that gangbangers do. Y'all know what gangbangers do? Everybody got their own, right? Okay, now in your mind, what you're gonna do is, we're gonna do a video of you like you're going live on social media. Have y'all heard of testimonials? So you know on reality shows when they go to like the blue room or the black room where they sit there and they talk to the camera and they be like, listen, I had all this to happen, I had this to happen, but you know, blah, blah, blah. So that's kind of what you're going to do. You're going to get in front of the camera like you're going live and you're going to talk about an experience. Remember, you're actors and actresses. You're no longer yourselves at this point, okay? Y'all got it? So you're gonna get on camera, and I'm gonna just give you an example of how I would do it. And then, but you make it your own. And so the reason why I gave y'all paper is because I wanna give you 5 minutes so that you can brainstorm about a testimony. You can write down some scenarios, create some scenarios, talk about some scenarios that you do know, and then talk about why you decide you made the personal choice. The gangbanging ain't for you. It ain't really cool, it ain't hot, okay?
A perfect Little Rock is a place where families can realize their potential, where kids feel safe, where the elderly are taken care of, and where community is a term that people feel deeply in their hearts and in their souls, and they live out with their hands.
Perfect Little Rock is centered on unity, growth, transformation. Specifically, Perfect Little Rock severely and significantly changes wealth gaps within the city. It addresses the unserved and underserved areas, which we are working to do as mayor of my hometown, but also understanding the distinct desire to continue to increase educational achievement and to ensure we have more diversity in the marketplace.
A perfect Little Rock. I would say a sense of community, because we had that when I was bringing my children up and when I was coming up. Sense of community, the church, the community, the school, and everybody working together in unity to try to solve the problems that we see instead of working separately. So many times we have our little thing going here, the church got their little thing, and somebody else got their little fragments here and there. But I think if we start working together and pulling everything together, we could identify problems early, some things that the community can't see, some things the church can't see, and solve them quicker before they're out of hand.
We need to have more programs where we can actually get them involved. Something like what you all are doing here now, where they can express their artistic side. I tell you what, I was looking at Wu-Tang, an American Saga, this past few days, and for the first time in my life, I actually have a newfound respect for rap. Because I was sitting there listening to Bobby, I think it go by RZA, and I was like, he was amazingly talented. And so you have the same thing going on within a lot of these children who are coming from these violent, all the communities are not violent, but they're in these situations. And some of them have that very same drive, that very same gift. And although I may not be able to relate to some of the lyrics in rap or whatever, however a person chooses to express him or herself, I definitely respect what they bring to the table. And to be honest, RZA and all the rest of them, I didn't even know Method Man was a part of that. METHOD, man, they were jamming on that. But anyway, I was amazed with how they used words. And I'm talking, I can't do it. I can't do it, but I would love to see us, do something with the children in the community around Little Rock and other places, and not just with rap, but with spoken word poetry, with singing, with instruments, dance, whatever it is they can do.
I hustle, I hustle, I hustle, I hustle, hey, I hustle, I hustle, I hustle, I hustle, hey, I hustle, I hustle, I hustle, I hustle, hey, I hustle, I hustle, I hustle, I hustle, hey, I hustle, I hustle, I hustle, I hustle, hey, I hustle, I hustle, I hustle, I hustle, hey, I hustle, I hustle, I hustle, I hustle, hey, I hustle, I hustle, I hustle, I hustle, hey, I hustle.
Came in from the galaxy. Far, far away, Miss Majesty. Haters gonna hate, that's platinum, B. Haters on the ground, let me wipe my feet. Gotta get this money, no capping. Making moves, gotta get the action. If you play with my money, that's a catfish. If you want my spotlight, you can't have it. See, this lifestyle is what you make it, and half of that is how you take it. I ain't got no friends, just associates, and if they're mad about it, just embrace it. See my talent, yeah, I'm shaking them like King Kong, earthquaking them. I got love for music, and man, now my verse is one.
I hustle, I hustle, I hustle, I hustle, hey, I hustle, I hustle, I hustle, I hustle, hey, I hustle, I hustle, I hustle, I hustle, hey, I hustle, I hustle, I hustle, I hustle, hey, I hustle, I hustle, I hustle, I hustle, hey, I hustle, I hustle, I hustle, I hustle, hey, I hustle, I hustle, I hustle, I hustle.
iHUSTLE stands for I have unique skills to learn and earn, which I thought was really cool that, you know, you could get hustle and then turn it into something else. And what I learned from it is that, like, it's teamwork. You always have to abide by another's rules, and you always have to, you know, check with your teammates, see if they're good or straight or whatever. And, you know, it's like a family thing. It's a hustling family thing. Like, we do this together. We never send someone out there, put them on spot. You know, we do this as a whole. Even if we mess up, somebody, you know, comes and helps you up and brings you up. And that's what I got from my hustle.
All right, Javion energy. Come on now. Yeah, look at
Being also, I learned that collaboration is something that you really need to have when you're working on a big project with each other. Whether it's a song and you're writing lyrics together, you're recording it, you need to have good synergy with people who you're working with. Otherwise, it won't come out as good. But if you have good synergy with people and energy, and you guys are all on the same page and one accord, it comes out and it's a nice product.
My name is Cheyenne Colistiwa. I was born in New Mexico, Albuquerque. I have moved around every year of my life. I'm creative, outgoing, and I can do almost anything you can tell me to do. I am a unique creative soul that is lost within my talents, yet I'm taking advantage of being lost.
Y'all ain't really never know big shots, but I ain't got no homies.
Big shots, big shots.
Your sister feeling lonely, born on the basement trying to take me from my only. But I'm the oldest out of six. Stay on my grind, so I ain't in the mix. Real clean, keep it squeaky. Sucking on my clean record like it's a binky. Breathe, Brandon House, improving my skills, so we headed to the top, cause we gotta make millions.
Brandon House, improving my skills, so we headed to the top, cause we gotta make millions.
I'm walking away from the program iHUSTLE with knowledge and experience to do whatever I please.
Why is it important that you join the iHUSTLE program?
Oh, it's very important because a lot of African Americans, not just African Americans, but also a lot of teens nowadays, we got too much time on our hands. So I joined iHUSTLE because, you know, it just keep me off the streets, or like keep me off doing anything that's, you know, reckless or bad or any type of violence. And I can't thank Patrice Bax and Miss Bullard and Miss LaWendy enough for coming to McClellan and getting a hand group full of kids to help us succeed and get off the streets. Thank you.
Youth violence has a deleterious impact on the community, and that people live in fear. When people live in fear, they are less than productive. But even more importantly, it has a deleterious effect on the young people who are perpetuating the violence, because many of them are very, very bright students who can do so much more. We've just got to learn how to engage them better. And I know that I've taught several kids who have been incarcerated, but they were bright kids. I love them. And so when we do that, when we show them that we love them, that we think they can achieve, I think expectations has a great deal to do with success. And if we do not show our students that we expect them to be great, I always expected my children to be great. And when we expect children to be great, many times they don't surprise us.
One of the things we got to stop looking at our young boys and our girls as problems to be solved and embrace them as assets. And what I mean by that is include them in the conversation. You know, there's an old adage that says it takes a village to raise a child. But there's another addition to that too. The child is invisible in that village, and he will do anything to get our attention. So you think about what's going on now, gun violence, poor education, robberies and things like that, man. That's their way of getting our attention, and we got to listen. We got to include them in the conversation.
I mean, anytime you can give youth, regardless of the age, an outlet to express themselves, and this way artistically, whether it's through paint, song, music, whatever, it becomes an outlet, and that's all. That's why the violence is there, because there's no outlet. They're finding their own outlet. I just saw a parent that just walked in here, and her child was in my program when we first started, and we did photography, and now he's getting ready to have a book signing for his photography book, and he said he got his beginning, through photography, through a program that we developed.
I came from West Memphis, Arkansas. I'm not even from Little Rock. So I moved out of my dad's house, came over here to my mama, and just graduated out here. Made my dad come to a graduation. So I met her literally like the same week school started. So when school started, I instantly had an opportunity to do the career I wanted to do. And it's something that I've actually wanted to do since I've been 14, and actually found out it's more stuff than just baseball that I actually want to do. So I reach out and extend a hand and say thank you for generously granting me an opportunity to work here. I thank y'all so much.
Good. Hi, I have a box right over here. It's a gift. I'm gonna go ahead and open it up. Can you put your hand in there and tell me, what is the gift that you see?
Nothing.
That's right. Good. Can you take nothing out? Can you go ahead and take nothing out? Great. Go ahead and take that out. And nothing. There's a note on this gift. It's from a certain. It's from a certain celebrity. Who's it written by?
Carrie Underwood.
And Carrie Underwood wrote you a very special message. What does that special message say?
Hi.
Good, very good. Give each other a round of applause! Good, so let me ask you all a question, all right? What did it feel like when I came over to you and you had no idea that I was going to ask you a question?
I'm glad you didn't do me.
You're right? You're lucky. You're lucky. Okay, good. I'm glad that that person didn't come to me. Anything else?
It actually made me listen.
Why?
Because I didn't know if you were gonna ask me a question or not, so it already had to. Oh, you gotta stay focused. He asks you a question, you gotta be ready for it.
Good, right? Anything else?
It was kind of suspenseful.
What?
The suspense was like killing me. Because the way he was moving, it was just like.
God, like when he was right here, I'm thinking he finna turn around. I was like, I don't know, baby.
Good, Tequila.
It was kind of confusing because you didn't know what question you were gonna ask, so you didn't know what to answer.
That's right. Now.
Oh,
yeah, right? Why? Why did you think that? Oh, I thought we were still clapping.
Because she had answered the question, so it just got in my mind to where I had to clap.
It became a custom.
Yeah.
It created a culture.
Oh.
Right?
It created respect, basically.
It created respect.
It created respect, because like, even if when somebody do something, most times, like in school, when somebody do something, they really don't clap. Like, say if it's somebody they don't like or really don't know, they not gonna clap for them. But if it's somebody they know, they're gonna clap for them because they like that person. But now, since it became accustomed to, you gonna clap for everybody. It shows that respect that you got for that person, even though you don't know.
Yes, right? How often do we cheer for the things that we are afraid of?
Ooh, never.
Right? It's hard.
That's just bad.